Hello, everybody. Let me send an invite to Yuko. Nothing yet has shown up. So, Yuko, if you can see, join in. You guys, Instagram is just all messed up. Oh, here you go. It's showing up now. It said, I'm waiting to see if you go. Hi, Dawn. How are you doing today? Instagram has been giving us a hard time. Hi, here you are.
Hi, Tessa.
Hi, Yuko. Instagram was giving us a really hard time this morning.
I get kicked out 4 or 5 times
Well,
this morning.
what I did, I got off and I went back on,
Thank you
and
so
that
much,
was one of
Tessa.
the things I did. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, hi, Sintoka. Hold on. Who else
Hi,
is with
Don.
us?
Happy SCS, everyone.
Everybody,
Happy SCS to
welcome.
you,
We're 3 minutes
Don.
late, but Instagram wouldn't let you go in.
Yeah.
So I had to get out
Thank
and
you, Tessa.
discard the video and
Yes.
start again. So here we go.
I really
So
appreciate
how are you guys
that.
doing today? How are you feeling today, Yuko?
I'm feeling amazing.
Mm.
So what are you drinking today?
I'm having lemon water. So guys, grab your coffee, grab your water, have a seat, pull up to the show because it's Sunday self-care where miracles happen.
Yes.
So let us see what we can do. Hi, sister.
Hi.
Good morning. Grab your coffee. So it sends me a note telling me Yuko is unable to join. This is crazy. Instagram is having an affair with itself. Feeling rested. That's wonderful. Yeah, I have hot lemon water. So grab your coffee, take a seat. If you're somewhere where it's already afternoon, grab your wine, take a seat. Yuko, are you frozen? Oh my God, says something. Instagram has been acting up. Everybody said, look, Yuko is frozen. Yuko, Yuko, go out and come back in. Yuko is frozen. Oh my God, here she comes again. Instagram is acting up. I had to do that. Hi, Ezra. Good morning, everybody. For Yuko. This is about this is okay. Here you are back again.
Oh, I get kicked out again.
I noticed
I'm
that.
crying.
You have to upgrade your Instagram.
I did. I do everything. But Instagrams, I don't know. I think just trying to, get us apart. Tessa.
Well, there you go. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ezra. How are you guys feeling today? So let's get the show on the road. Instagram has cost us so late. So we have some announcement to make. In the not next week, the week after, we won't have a show because, my dear, deja vu all over again. Yuko's son is getting married and she will be too drunk to come the next day. And furthermore, her mom, her brother, and her niece are coming from Japan on Monday. Is it this Monday?
28th.
So it's next week. And so she's going to not be able to. But we have a big show on the 17th of November, and it's a special show. So I need you guys to also remember to invite your friends. Yeah, it's great for congratulations.
Thanks, Ed.
So that is one of the things, it's exciting, eh?
Yeah, it is exciting and anxious, of course.
Of course. Sorry.
Bless you.
A sneeze came on. It must be my lemon water.
Must be Instagram too.
Yeah, it must be. So anyway, Yuko, what is our show about today?
Oh my gosh, this is exactly what I needed to hear, actually.
Oh yeah?
Oh my gosh, day like today, right? Okay, so today topic is slow down to go further.
Hi,
slow down to go further.
That's right.
Right? That's it. Like, I just, what? When Instagram kept kicking me out, I tell myself, you know what? No rush. Don't get panic because I can't even go further if I just get panic.
No, you're not going further. No.
No. So this is exactly what I needed to hear.
So that topic, I know you guys have heard it before.
Yes.
From us. Slow down to go further. And when we have to be able to, that's why when we come, we say, grab a seat. Take a seat, grab your coffee, grab your tea, and sit down. And then in the show that we had to cancel earlier because Instagram wouldn't let you go in. I got out. And one of the things I said, the self-care show is not only about the body, the physical body. It's not about your makeup and your massages and your facials and your nails and all of that. It is that and more. It is about how you're feeling. Our word for this year is feeling, emotional health, your mental state, your financial state, spiritual, is complete.
Yes.
But you need to realize you need to enjoy a little bit more as you go ahead. I'll give you an idea.
Yeah.
I went to visit a couple that just moved into their condo they just bought. And they had a horrible experience because of the type of real estate agent they had.
Well, what do you mean,
what
like horrible?
happened is that the real estate agent sold them this condo
Okay.
in Mississauga, around here, Ontario. And I don't think the man was in Canada very long. So he had no idea where he was going to be.
Okay.
And she sold it to them and for $740,000 for this pre-built, right? In all the way up at in Port Credit, so in Mississauga. So anyway, they bought it, and she told them, "Oh, you are pre-approved." Never actually got them to a bank, got him to a bank. His income was way below, and she didn't do the proper work. She did not take her fiduciary. She didn't care. Sales was her magic number. Sales, sales, sales. So these people, so when I met them, it was during the time of Donato, and so I met them. And then he asked me to help, and I was tutoring. And sometimes I say things that speak up, right?
Yes.
So in talking to him, I said, you know what, why don't you try to get to, instead of 20%, get to 25 or 30% down payment. Yeah. You have 4 years, you can do that. He didn't pay attention. He thought he knew everything because that real estate agent, she would dress up all her clothes from Chanel, go to Yorkville and shop, take pictures and post it on. And I don't know what that was supposed to imply to these new immigrants that she was fleecing. But
like she was creating high-end image
for herself, but I don't know what it has to do when you're going to buy a house, because when you might do high end before you buy, but after you buy, you better get ready for low end because no money left. You were rich before you bought. Now you bought, you have no money.
I heard it's called house poor,
yeah,
right?
Mortgage rich and house poor. Wow. That's just how it is.
Yes.
So anyway,
yes.
I went to see them yesterday, and it as you know a little bit about it, drained me. It literally drained me, helping them to navigate this, to come out, to able to move into their condo. I had to pull all the brain power that I had, all the things. I told you a little about it. I spent like 3-4 hours talking to them just to get them to understand that, hi, Ellen, you should hang on for that, Ellen, because just that little bit, you might sell it to somebody. I miss you, Ellen. So anyway, they finally show a little bit of ingenuous and teaching them. Hi, Laura. Welcome to the Morning Blessings. Hi, everybody. Laura. They finally got into the condo. Okay. And then, so then there had to be a credit product put in to help them with the down payment. So sometimes when somebody you know have a little bit more knowledge than you, you have, thank you, Ellen, you have to be... You have to take a little bit. There's always room to learn from somebody, right? Yeah. And I had told him to get as much down payment as you can. So fast forward, they're ready to close, and they are telling him his condo is not worth what he paid for it. What? Then his income is so low. But I had met his girlfriend, and I love I was coaching him at the time, not realizing he had a girlfriend. I'll tell you why I'm telling you this story, though. I saw this person like that. You know, when a woman is like this, but he's in the middle of the frame. And I said, who is that? I go, you know me, I'm curious. And he said, that's my girlfriend. Guys, listen to that story because you can save somebody from that grief. So when I looked at her, I said, you need some, you know, just in that day, I felt that I should coach her. So I started coaching her every Saturday. Lucky for me, or lucky for them, I said lucky for
Mm-hmm.
me because God allowed me to use my knowledge to
Yes.
help them.
Yes.
So somewhere, what is that song? Somewhere in my youth or childhood, he should be saying, I must have done something good.
Mm.
So I coached her to the point that I called my daughter, Jillian, who works, and I said, Jillian, can you fix her resume? Jillian, and then Jillian said, sure. She fixed the resume. Jillian loves to help. And Jillian
Yes.
said, okay, you know what? Let me see if I can help her find a job.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky for them, Jillian did that. It's like 18 months. And no, his income was only 40,000. How can you manage? Even if you have
Oh,
20% down, go slow to go further.
yeah.
That's our topic for you. But that we're giving you the financial thing here. That when they did that, she told him because she wanted to set the sale that I have a pre-qualified. There was no pre-qualified. She forged and faked stuff. And anyway, on that income, you cannot buy anything. But she told him, get 20%. So he worked and saved 20% over 4 years. I came in the picture a year, 2 years into, I said, you need to put 30% down, not knowing his income. Luckily, this young lady got a job and Jillian kept pushing her. None of us know what we're pushing her for. She's ended up making 82,000 now.
Oh, wow.
And
It's
that
amazing.
82,000 plus the 40 that he makes is what enables them to move into the house. But that wasn't enough. The bank still said you need to have 30%. He did not pay attention to somebody a little bit more experienced than him. And they had to gather all their funds together, whatever little bit they had left. And he ended up having to put 27% down. So if he had just paid a little bit attention and accept, but he trusted that woman. She invited them to her birthday party, champagne, Dunbury, all this. But she was just showing them how her life is. You don't tell that to
Mm.
a young couple. You are 40, they're in their early 30s. So they are going to be house poor and mortgage rich. And then anyway, so when I went there, so he has this line of credit. I went to see them. They invited me to the home. And he said, we just need to pay this. I said, calm down. I said, I had to stop him. I said, you have to live. You need to learn to enjoy life.
Yes.
So I pushed. I said, you cannot do that. You could see all. I said, where you put your energy, that is what will grow. You want to get
Mm-hmm.
rid of this debt. But the way you're talking about it, you're going to make it become a bigger debt.
Mm-hmm.
Be grateful. You got that small line of credit that enable you to bridge over. So you're in this condo today.
Yes.
Right there, I said, learn to slow down. Praise God.
Which is very hard though,
Benefit that.
Tessa.
The
Learn to
universe,
slow
I don't
down.
care who.
Yeah.
And so I'm so grateful. My wife was able to qualify for this line of credit that
Mm-hmm.
bridged the gap to give us that 27% down
Mm-hmm.
instead of 20. We would have lost the 20% they give the builder. They would have lost it.
That's a lot of money.
You
Yeah.
think? So anyway, what happened when I try to, it's like you're going through that, but you do not have to be anxious and rush through life. Breathe. You got your condo. You have a line of
Mm-hmm.
credit to pay off. Hi there, how are you? You have the line of credit to pay off. Pay it off. But
Mm-hmm.
remember to enjoy life. Remember to go out to dinner. So I had to say that do not be angry that you have this debt to pay, because it's because you got this debt you're sitting where you are
Yes.
today. So that is one of the things I wanted to express to you guys. When you meet somebody that is anxiously trying to get something done, if you can pull them back and say, come on, Rome wasn't built in a day. Slow down
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you can go further. Slow down and enjoy the moment, because the miracles they're looking for in their life is happening in the moment. So that is something I wanted to share. That
Mm-hmm.
there's when we talk about Sunday self-care, there is a lot more than your body, your
It's
facials, your
very deep.
exercise, your
Yeah.
massages.
Yeah.
That is important.
Mm-hmm.
So we almost remember there is more to Sunday self-care than that. So you take it. I spoke for
that's a that's a big story to share. Thank you so much. I'm pretty sure that we all resonated for something, or maybe you might know someone had a very similar situation, right? when we purchase a big stuff and very stressful, and then we just like we got to pay it down right now. So you know what? We're gonna just have like we in Japanese we always say rice and miso soup or rest of our life. We put everything in the mortgage.
Yeah.
We rush and we miss the fun stuff. We miss to go out maybe once a month as a
Or
couple,
buy
right? We
a
miss
bottle of
going for
wine
like
and have it over pizza in
everything.
the house. Dim the light. You know what
We
I
miss
mean?
it. Yeah, we miss the joy,
I
right?
had a neighbor, he was Bruno. Bruno was from Germany. And Bruno had one of those older man. We were in our 20s then. And I have to pay this mortgage. Bruno paid off the mortgage in August and he died at the end of August. He lived just in long, so I learned these life lessons by observing others. That's all he lived for.
That's sad.
And he left Ada by herself. I mean, she was not happy, but that's what happened. We need to slow down and breathe in the moment so we can go
Yeah,
further. That's one
yeah.
of the reasons it doesn't matter if it's $5 a week you put in a vacation account or going out to dinner account. It doesn't matter, but do it, because if you save $500 through the entire year,
Yeah.
and you can see the joy on somebody's face if you give them a bottle of wine for Christmas, a bowl of cream, something that is worth having made the effort to save that money, and that is self-care.
That's true. Yeah, makes me feel better, right? If I
Yes.
see, say my mom, right? I told her that by the time I told my mom that you can go nuts. You can
Yeah.
spend whatever the money for the souvenirs for neighbors and friends, go nuts.
Yeah,
And
because
she
I
gave me a
remember
big smile.
she gave you a smile. And I
Yeah,
remember telling me, Tessa-Marie, before I put the card into the machine and I would
yeah,
hold my stomach.
yeah.
So you see the opposite. So self-care. That's why we're not almost 4.5 years since we're doing this. We're not letting it go. If you
No,
learn
because
one
there are
thing
always
today,
lots of topics.
remember
Yes,
that.
yes. Always lots of topics to talk and deep
Yeah,
too, right?
we want to jolt you. Self-care is how you feel about other people.
Yes,
And
yes.
the thing is that we do not realize how we waste nice energy by using that energy on a negative thing. And if you can switch it and put that same energy on something positive, it will happen.
It
Because
will happen. And
the
then, yeah,
energy of negative on this thing makes it happen. So you guys
that's
share
true.
a little, make a statement. What it is how does that resonate a little bit with life for you?
Yeah,
What have you done to slow down?
slow
And
down.
what did they say? Do not
Go
sweat the small
further, right?
stuff,
Yeah,
smell the
yeah.
roses, all of that. What have you done? In my retirement, I found myself going to lunch or dinner by myself and enjoying it. That is something
Congratulations.
that you do.
Yeah.
Say that again for the people in the back. So what did I say? I can't remember, Don, what I said. Slow down. Smell the roses.
Yes.
Do not sweat the small stuff. Spend time in silence, and it's when you're in the moment that the miracle happens. But it's like when people go, thank God it's Friday. Did you see how they say that? Come on. What about thank God it was Monday and you're getting a paycheck on
Yeah.
Friday? What about that?
Yeah. Or some people said, "Oh my God, thank God it's like Saturday, so finally I can slow down." So, how did you live your life from like Monday to Thursday or Friday, right?
Yeah.
You rush, and then what's happened like Friday or Saturday? What's happened like Friday night and Saturday? You're tired. You waste entire day by laying down, just like sleeping in or eating something crazy, because
Yeah.
when you get tired you tend to eat more crazy
Yeah.
stuff,
Look,
right?
Don said, love it. We all, not Don, Ellen, we all have a choice.
Yes,
We all do have
yes,
a choice. We have to remember that. And part of self-care is you slowing down.
slowing
We
down.
already
Yeah,
know when we don't slow down, we tend to have accidents. When we are not in
overnight.
the moment, we have accidents. Our brains are not functioning properly because we are here, we are over there. And it's not only slowing down from rushing to pay off the debt. put a plan in place and stick to the plan.
Mm-hmm.
It did not take you a week to accumulate the debt. It took you months and years.
That's true.
So consider
Just
that
like a
in your
weight,
doing.
just like a weight,
Same
right?
thing like weight.
You don't gain
Yeah.
like 10 pounds overnight, 10 pounds overnight.
Hi, Marina. Good morning. How are you feeling today?
Accumulate. The weight is just like the habit you've been eating all the time. And then like you just like a year later, like, why I gaining? Oh, I gained 4 pounds, 5 pounds, or like 20 years.
Yeah,
right?
you gain
or
it.
I gain like 20
and now
pounds.
you want to get rid of it, and you're going to move heaven and earth and getting yourself all worked up because you slipped off the horse and you had a little bit of chips. Oh, I'm so angry at myself. Look at the energy you're putting into it.
Mm-hmm.
When you lost the 4 pounds, why did you say, oh, I'm so happy, I did it. That is the same energy.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to choose in the moment how we react to what we're going in our life. Stop rushing. Slow down so you can get there faster or go further. Just slow down. Yes. This thank you, Marina. This constant rushing to catch a train when the train is leaving the station causes you to slide right under the flipping train. If you want to catch the train, take your time. Wake up early.
Mm-hmm.
So you can take your time to get there. Wake up early so you have the time to be prepared.
Yes.
I taught my children the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. If you prepare, you will win. So you go, help me, all these things we had, that wasn't only it. So talk a little bit more about all what we wrote.
Yes. I don't know. Yes. Okay. I find out slowing down really helps the relationship. Why? Because when I'm slowing down, I can listen. I understand. The reason I just not really saying anything and listening to Tessa to understand what she's saying, to absorb what she's saying, to learn from her too. If I'm just like keep talking over, rushing Tessa, like, right? And then not listening, right? What's lined up is just not listening, and then I can't engage with her, right? So I just like, it takes practice. It takes practice. Same things when you're having a conversation with your partner or kids. You're not like talking over it. You just stop and listen. Slows down and listen. That creates a great communication. And also I use this with my client. If I don't take time, if I don't slow down, when they sit on the chair, what's happened if I start talking like, so what's going on today? So you want to get the same haircut last time, same color last time? Okay, let's make it happen. No. So what I do, that creates a disaster, right?
Yeah.
And then, because my policy, my work is leave with smile. Feeling lighter, leave with smile.
Yes.
So I just like, what should I do to leave with my clients, leave with smile for my clients? So I realized that like slowing down means when they sit on a chair, I took a pause and I ask, and what can I do? How would you like to get a hair done? Yes. It doesn't matter. You come every 6 weeks, 4 weeks. I ask and I listen.
And well, look at what Ellen said. Yeah. Ellen said, it drives me crazy when people listen only so they can reply. I know. Yeah. Or they, listen to connect and learn. I have a friend that sometimes, Ellen, she calls me, and one day she's not paying any attention to what I have to say. So I said to her, and the man fell and he broke both his legs, and she kept right on going with her topic. She never heard it. To say, oh my God, what happened? She didn't ask. Mm-hmm. She doesn't. Even when she comes, I pick up the phone and I say hello. She goes, well, let me tell you. She hasn't asked me, how are you feeling? She hasn't said anything. She starts complaining.
A lot of people, they're like that. So you know what happened?
Yeah. No, I don't, and I don't want to hear it from you. So John said, I will tell you, listen to me. I am talking. Yeah, it's sad that we have to do this. It's really, really sad.
Yeah. How many times the kids just like, I remember like, Mom, listen to me. Yeah. Mom, pay attention. Listen to me. They're sending signals. They even tell me like, Mom, can you listen to me? And I just said, oh no, I'm busy. I gotta do laundries. I gotta just go, just, right now. Oh my gosh, in 5 minutes. And now I feel bad, right?
Yeah, well,
So,
you know what I said? Regret is etched on the brow, and we can do nothing about it now. So we have to realize we need to change. If we want to survive in this world, we need to stop. Just stop.
stop has lots of power. I find it's very, very powerful.
So you can share how Dawn does it every day. She takes the 10-minute break between what she's doing, and she's retired. I do it every day.
Yes.
And every day, some people, I have a friend who takes a 5-minute break every hour. I take a 10-minute break between the things that I am doing. If it is having lunch, after lunch, I just sit for 10 minutes. I might make a cup of tea and drink it, or just sit. If it's after doing the morning blessings, I sit for 10 minutes. I put a timer on and I just let it flow through me. And what I notice, I do not even need a to-do list. Things just fall in place one after the other one. Because why? I have that slow time to reboot,
I like that,
and grab again.
So you don't have to chase.
No.
Or you don't even have to write. You don't have to chase the tasks.
It just comes automatically because the 10-minute reconnects you. It balances you. How does it affect you? Because I know you don't have 10, but you use 5. How does it work?
Yes. Like most of the hairstylists, one after another, or next clients sitting at waiting room. Like, feels like always feel like rush, right? That kind of appointments time. But I changed it. So I changed it. And then also I changed my clients' like booking time too. But that made me feel much better. That gave a more flow, my work. But I was still forgetting, didn't practice 5 minutes, 10 minutes break between appointments, right? So now, and when Tessa told me, I just like, no way, I can't do that. I have to prepare for my next one. I can't afford to have 5 minutes break, right? But I didn't believe it, but I just like, you know what? When Tessa says, I gotta give it a try. I cannot say no. So I just said, I give it a try. I did it. In front of me, it's like lots of hairs on the floor, but I put the timer on. I just sat, and the first time was so hard, Tessa, to be honest with you. There's so many times I just like, I gotta sweep, I gotta clean up. But I just like, so first time is so hard. 5 minutes, I felt like 20 minutes. But I just like, you know what? I did it.
And how do you feel now that you've been practicing this for a while?
Practicing it. But practice for a while, I find it by end of the day, I have more energy. I don't crush on the couch.
You don't crash. You have more energy. You can keep going.
I have more energy.
Yeah.
I can keep going. I used to have like crash, 7 p.m. crash. I put it this way. After dinner, 7 p.m. crash on the couch.
Okay.
Useless.
So answer me.
Hours.
So how many hours do you work in the day? I just want to see. So you start what? You start at 10, something like 10:30, that, right?
Till maybe 4:30 or sometimes 5.
So that is 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4:30. So that is 6 times 5. That is 30 minutes. No wonder you were able to feel better. So you took it's like taking a 30-minute power nap, but only you took it in little pieces. It still gives you the same results.
Yep. And then like before, I didn't take any breaks, right? I did break, and then wind up crashing at 7 p.m. 2 hours on the couch.
Wow.
So see how much I'm saving? Like 30 minutes.
It's 30 minutes.
Break.
But you take it in increments of 5 minutes at a time. 5 minutes.
So now it's like an hour and a half. I do have an hour and a half a day.
Yeah.
Just like extra money in my bank.
It is because it is. It's like you have You have energy is like money in the
Energy.
bank.
Yep.
Energy is like money in your
I
pocket.
like
Because,
energy bank.
yeah,
Yeah.
so we talk a lot about drinking water, taking care of all of that. You have to continue. But the 5 minute to 10 minute break, there is nothing that surpasses the power of that.
Yes. And then this is very important. When you take 5-10 minutes break, do not touch your phone.
No,
I
that
mean,
is
you can
another thing.
set up the
No
timer.
phone, no
That's it. Set up
devices,
the
right?
timer. Yeah.
No, yeah, set the timer, put the
But
phone
no
down.
scrolling.
No
Social
scrolling,
media.
no nothing, no, just sit. And
Yep.
as you said, 5 minutes when you first start is like 20 minutes, because you know why? We are not taught. We are not
No.
told when we are
I
growing up
felt
that you can take a break.
Yeah, uncomfortable, Tessa. Very uncomfortable.
Okay. Look at what Ellen said. Being busy is not a badge of honor. I agree. Those breaks are so important. It's like
That's
you're
so true.
refueling yourself. You know, that's what it is. Thank you, Ellen. I
I
love that
love
interaction.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you
Yeah.
for doing this, because somebody is learning from that. We have to realize somebody said to me, I am so busy, I have to looking after my family. And I'm saying, but you're limping. Did it occur to you you're limping? Did you notice
Yeah.
your leg isn't
Yeah.
working?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
Limping.
I
Yeah.
have to get there because so and so. I said, no, when you don't get there one day, what will so and so say? So
I
all of
know.
that is part of it. Take care
That's,
of yourself so you can take care of your family.
yeah.
A lot, and that comes from women. A lot of women will tell you, I have to do it for my children. A man gets a headache, you think
Oh
the world was coming
my
to an
gosh.
end. When
Yeah.
my
End of
husband
the
used to get
world.
a cold, I would lose weight because I'm waiting on him. I call the funeral parlor and I get really mad. I say, who do you want me to call? Emergency or the morgue? Which one of them?
Mog.
know, and I'm there, and it's so comical. I have a headache. I have to go. Can you tell the
I
children to stop breathing? I
know.
can hear them breathing.
That's
Charlie,
right.
all you
I
have is a
know.
bloody headache. I have a headache, and I say to the headache, you do your thing. I have to do mine over there. Dawn says she loves it. Ellen is laughing. We just finished cleaning my room, sitting now and watching your beautiful faces. So
Oh,
your
oh,
10
thank
minute,
you.
the 10-minute breaks are important. And men know how to shut down. The
They
minute they
do.
have a little bit
I
of discomfort, they shut down. They're just shutting down. They don't care you have a hole in the roof, they're shutting down. But
I
women,
envy.
we cannot
You
do
know
that.
what? I envy their ability. I don't know. Like, it's just like
You
I have
envy
to
their ability to
learn.
do that.
Oh,
Yeah, you have to learn from them. And
okay. I'm gonna ask my husband. Uh,
no, it's in their DNA.
it's in their
All men are the
DNA.
same. They're all the same. They all take their socks off and throw it on the floor. They're all the same. The basket is there, the socks is over there.
You know what?
So
It doesn't matter any races, any of
they
them.
do the
Doesn't
same
matter.
thing.
Yes,
So
nationality
we
doesn't
have
matter.
to realize our children is it will benefit more if we're healthy. Our
Mm-hmm.
children will benefit more if we do not have they do not have to worry about what you're doing, how you're feeling.
Yeah.
Maybe worry about, in my case, which mountain. My son goes, where are you? What are you doing in Peru? you know, I didn't know. Of course I told you. Maybe I didn't. But you know what I mean? I was saying, have you spoken to mom lately? No, not knowing that I'm traveling. But if you're at home and they worried, Mama, you okay? How are you feeling? La 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 la. So all of that, you'd stop doing that if you're feeling good, and they have to chase you. Why? Like Ellen and her husband were in India riding all over the place. I saw pictures of them. If her children, all they can say, oh, my parents, they're gone. I don't know. Where are they? India? I think that's where they are right now.
Mm-hmm,
You
mm-hmm.
know, and my family has to look for me. Before COVID, it's almost like they wanted to put a GPS on me. Where is she?
You were everywhere in the world,
Everywhere
right?
in the world. I didn't care. And so climbing a mountain, doing this, whatever. So
Yeah.
self-care means taking care of yourself. You have to
Yeah.
learn to take care of yourself mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally.
Yeah.
Another I think you had another topic, didn't you? You had something else, did you, on your
Yes,
list?
yes. Another topic. So another. Can I share my
Yeah.
stories? Very important too, right? Thank you so much. So recently, it took me. Okay, so I'm gonna say it first. It took. Okay, I lost only 4 centimeters, but it's only. I wouldn't say no. Should have only. I lost 4 centimeters waist. Make
In your waist.
small in my waist,
Okay.
right? 4 centimeter is it's less than 2 inches. If you're American people, I tell inches. I do like metric, but 4 centimeters. It's just less than 5 inch, 2 inches. It, it took me for 10 months. 10 months.
10 months.
But result is solid. I didn't lose my waist to like 4 centimeters in 2 weeks. If I rush to lose weight, lose like like make my like lose 4 centimeters, what's gonna happen? Like I will go back in 2 weeks, a week. I
Yeah.
knew it, so I slowed down. Means I did consistent. I took my action consistently. Do the exercise to lose 4 centimeters in waist, and I lost some weight.
Mhm. That is one of the things.
Yeah.
And again, let us look at me. I'll give you my part of it, which is
Mm-hmm.
I realized when I had carbs, I came to a conclusion. I was eating a lot of bread, and it was like crumpets and English muffins with cheese
Yes.
and butter, high colline and all of
Delicious
that. My
ones. Yes.
granddaughter loves it, and she's 5, and she does reels with me, so we're chomping away. But I started noticing body aches.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I didn't hurt my body. So somewhere along the line in sitting in meditation, what is causing that? I said. And I found out maybe you should give up some bread. So I stopped it. Nothing, nothing, no weight, no pain. All of a sudden, like 36 hours after, I didn't eat bread for 36 hours. No pain in my arm, no, your thighs, nothing. So I kept on doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Turun came to visit and he brought me a roti.
Mm-hmm.
So I had half of the roti,
Yeah.
and an hour and a half later, I couldn't turn my head left
Ooh.
or right. Pain. I said,
Oh
oh,
my.
so it's the gluten that is doing this to me. I stopped it. I lost weight. I lost about 7 or 8 pounds. So I weigh 145 pounds now for my height. So I'm really skinny and I do
Mm-hmm.
exercise.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to sometimes, it didn't take a week. I started doing that. It's about a year.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me a year to get to that point. So I just don't do it. I do not eat it in any form. Even if there is pizza, I will take the cheese or the toppings and have it. I will not touch the dough. And yet, my parents own a bakery, so I love bread. I grew up in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized it was not helping me. So I chose to let it go slow, just observe. And that is what we have to learn to do in our life. Observe. What we could do when we were younger,
Yeah.
we cannot do it now.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
to modify it. We have to
Mm-hmm.
change it.
Mm-hmm.
So changing it, go slow to get ahead, to get where you have to go.
Yeah.
If
Well,
you're
if you
accustomed
still,
of work,
yeah.
if you're
Oh, sorry.
accustomed, like in your case, you exercise for a whole year to lose 2 centimeters in your waist, but you lost it.
Yeah.
It took time.
Time. This is yeah. It's taking time. Say, for example, if you like if you're not a situation what you are now, say like if you're still eating bread because you didn't observe it, you took a time, you didn't
I
you didn't
went
take a time
slow.
to
Yeah.
observe it, and then like now you're just like you're gonna be in pain, you will not be able to go further.
No,
You
you can't.
have a goals and desires, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of
So
the
when you
pain
have
you have
that
to give up.
pain, yeah,
Yeah.
when you have that pain and it's gluten, and it's not that gluten on a whole, we have to be careful, right? Gluten, by if they had left gluten alone and they did not GMO the rye, the wheat, and all of these things, it would have been fine.
Mhm.
But the powers that be realized there was spoilage of the bread and all of that. So they took away what would make it the natural things, the GMO, the wheat, the GMO, the grains, the GMO, the seeds. But our body is not GMOing. So
Mhm.
we cannot, we cannot keep it up.
Process, yeah.
We cannot process
Mhm.
it. And then as you get older, your body's saying,
Had enough.
I had enough.
I
Yeah.
had enough. Yeah.
And they
Oh
do
yeah.
that not only with what we eat. Like I was talking to Vanessa, they said to eat beans, and she, of course, she's a doctor and she studied science for a long time, and she said, "Do you know EDTA is
What
something
is
we
that?
use in experiment, and they have it in beans. You buy a can of beans, and if it has EDTA, do not eat it. Check the labels.
EDTA.
Yeah, EDTA." So
Okay.
canned beans, they say eat canned bean, black beans. Look to see because you can get those without it. That is something that
Oh, good
helps
to
to
know.
preserve it. I forgot what she told me exactly it is, but it's not necessary for us to be eating those things.
Mhm.
So all of that
I
affects.
like it. Okay, yeah. So if I don't take a time to read the label at the supermarket, maybe wind up buying the beans
Yeah.
and eating not only one, but kept eating those ones, and
Mm-hmm.
eventually would maybe my health gonna get declined, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to go further,
So
right?
this is what we just did. You went
Yeah.
and you ate. You didn't cook the beans from scratch. You went faster by getting it canned. Yes, you can because we're very busy. But be careful.
Yeah.
Read. They do because they say, oh, well, the minute amount will not affect a human. Which human? The strong
I don't know.
human of the in their 20s and their 30s, or the old human in their 60s? Which one of us you talking about?
I know. I,
The
I, I realize that I'm
FDA
54.
allows so many
Yeah.
poisons in the food here. It's
Yeah.
everywhere
It's
because they
everywhere.
will tell you, well, it's in minute quantities. They don't care because that person that owns that big plant is giving them a big donation for their thing. Hi,
Mhm.
Rosie Rose from California. We
Oh,
woke you up
oh, there
early,
she is.
7:15 in the morning,
Thank you
Rosie.
so much for
That's
coming.
our friend, Rosie. Yes, so they tell you when they put these poisons in the canned goods or the packaged food we're eating, the government's
Mhm.
way of escaping it is this: oh, it's in minute quantities, it will not affect the human, it will not affect you because it's, but how many cans of beans are you eating that is in minute quantities that it builds up to be more than a minute?
Mhm.
These poisons are like compound interest. The more you eat, the bigger it gets.
Oh, oh
So
yeah.
a 30-year-old might be able to get
Yep.
rid of it. Their
Yep.
body is strong, they have
Yeah.
high immune. But the person in their 50s or
That's what
60s,
I'm gonna say. I'm 54.
yeah,
So I'm going to have my body's gonna have a harder time to get rid of those ones.
those type of poisons. And
Yes.
so all of that we have to take care of. It's not just
Hmm.
when we say, the Rosie says it adds up over
Oh, very
time. The
much.
food
Yeah.
industry will have to change because the pressure is coming. Will you please report what should we avoid in cans of beans? EDTA. That's what Vanessa told me. I
EDTA.
I don't, it's, you get the beans and look to see that
Yep.
you, okay, let me show you one of them. It's an old company, but I get the, I use their beans. Let me show you.
Tessa's
I'm
leaving.
getting, you go entertain.
Entertain. It's hard.
What is that thing?
I'm gonna read the comments, you guys. Let me see.
What
I
is
can't entertain you guys when Tessa's leaving. Okay. I missed one comment. Dawn said, I hope the realtor got in trouble. Yes, I missed that comment. Thank you so much, Dawn. We were at the beginning, we were talking about the someone we know. He almost got in trouble to buying condo. But Tessa help them to make it through. But it's that we were talking about going slow. I
I,
mean, what is called
I'm bringing
slowing down to
somebody to
go
explain
further.
it, Ellie, and I
That
hope you're
method
there. My
is
daughter is
really,
coming to
really
give us
help.
a little explanation. So,
I like the way you holding cans.
my beans.
No, like you holding cans like this.
Yeah. So this is the one. It's Eden. That's the name of the company. It's not cheap.
Okay.
It's like $6 for this.
Okay.
But it does. If you look at the list of ingredients, it doesn't have anything in there. Are you coming? Okay, she's coming. So it tells you it doesn't have any. It's nutrition. It tells you about it: fats, carbohydrates, protein, cholesterol, sodium, potassium. It tells you what all their numbers. It doesn't have that thing in there. So, and the company is called Eden. It's an old company. It's not new. You can maybe get it at the health food store.
Yeah.
And that is why, hi, Angelina, that is why you have to be careful of what it is you put in your food. All of that affects us. Vanessa said it's a chemical reagent. I don't know. She said she's going to come. But
yay, we got the special guest today.
Yeah, just right? For a moment. Vanessa, just a minute. There she is.
I know. Hi.
That's my daughter,
Vanessa.
She's a doctor.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, so
hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Yoko. How are you?
Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, you got no problem. So EDTA, the first time I came across it, it's called ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. So the ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. First time I came across it, I was in a organic chemistry lab at U of T, and it was a common reagent. Like, it was in almost every chemical experiment I had to do. And how to explain what we were doing with it? It's like, basically, if you have two chemical compounds, EDTA was involved in like combining those chemical compounds to make a new chemical compound. So it's like almost like adding, it can be likened to adding flour, making bread, or maybe adding like, maybe not flour, maybe yeast. Like, it's needed in a chemical reaction. And then I started noticing that it's in shampoo, it's in salad dressing, and it's in almost always chickpeas. I don't know why. But look for it in salad dressing. Anything like the salad dressings that are on the shelf have it, and shampoo. And I don't see why. I don't see why. I gotta go in a minute. I don't see why it's in there. And it's because it's a chemical reaction. So I always found it was really weird when I noticed it. I basically stopped eating whatever food I noticed had it, because these chemical reactions were so, I guess, strong that when we did them, we had to be in a fume hood so that whatever like gases were coming off what we were doing was being sucked into the fume head, and we weren't inhaling it. So it was serious transactions, chemical transactions, and it's in our food. So I don't think we should be eating it. So anyways, that's why I looked for it. I told my mom, and now she's telling you guys.
Wow.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. That's a really amazing, great information.
Yeah.
Like,
but people don't know. A lot of the things that have like 14 letters in it, you shouldn't eat it. Just don't eat it.
Something with 14 letters.
That's good. But when you look at salad dressing, there's a lot of things. A lot of those things come from chemistry. Yeah, can't pronounce it. They come from chemistry. Yeah. And maybe it's good for like if you're making like something solid, like you're making something like a solid plastic or a polymer. It's like, like plastic toys. It's not for food. We shouldn't eat it.
Did you hear that? It's for toys.
Yeah, it's not. It's
not for food.
You don't want to eat that stuff.
Okay, guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
Kylie.
Thank you so much, Kylie.
Bye.
My friend.
So.
Okay, that was amazing. Thank you so much.
And then Michael, my son, had once said to me, Mom, if a fifth grader cannot pronounce what is on the box, do not buy it. That's what he said. If a fifth grader cannot pronounce it, do not buy it. So you guys can understand that. So that's why it's important.
Wow, that's amazing.
Look at it. Another thing I need to talk on this because somebody, who was it? It's recent, you know, and they were really angry at me when I said, before you brush your teeth when you wake up, have a glass of water right at your bedside. And as soon as you open, you stand up, you breathe, your eyes is a lit, grab it and drink it. Just drink until you finish that glass of water. Because we know, they tell us, hey, your body is repairing itself at night. Okay, so that guck you call guck. Lovely guest, thank you. I must move on, but I'm sure I enjoyed the time with you. Thank you, Ellen.
Thank you,
So
Ellen.
that guck that is in your mouth, you call guck, that you cannot wait to spit it out in down the sink. Guess who is looking for it? Your gut is looking for this bacteria that you believe is stinky. That is what helps to digest the food you're going to eat today. But oh no, I'm going to use my, what you call that thing, my mouthwash made in a lab. You know, mouthwash made in a lab. You rather put something that is created in a lab, like toothpaste, before. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, but before you shake it in your mouth and spit out the bacteria, your stomach is saying, I need you, I need you. Remember that. Brushing your teeth is great. You're supposed to, but drink the water first. Take a break and then brush your teeth.
Yeah,
You know,
gotta
you
like
drink
take
water.
your time to drink a water.
Yeah, the book.
Like you don't just jump on and get up and just go bathroom and
this
just
is
brush
one
your
of the
teeth.
best books I ever bought in my life. It's a very old book. Your body's many cries for water. You are not sick, you're thirsty. By the time you are hydrated, feel how you're dehydrated, you're already dehydrated. And that is it. So this doctor, and he tells you the power of water. I think Marina has that book. Yuko bought it. The man is dead, but the book, what he says, your body needs the water. You should drink half of how much you weigh in ounces every day, he said. It's hard, but if you practice it, you will weigh less, and then you will have to drink less. Some people say, well, I have, my kidney doesn't work, this liver doesn't work tonight, or whatever the pee comes from. I said, okay. And I had a friend who had that problem, and I said to her, just drink the water.
Simple.
So she kept doing it, and she thought that she would turn around and she would be going to the washroom more often. She didn't. Because what happened, her kidney, they said, oh, okay, so I do not have to trigger you to pee anymore because you're drinking water regularly. Our body is very smart. We do not give it credit by listening to it. I listened to the pain and I found out I'm gluten intolerant. You drink the water, and when you drink the water, what it does, your kidney saying, oh, I don't have to send her to the bathroom. She's delivering to me. So do that. Drink the water when you just put it right there at night. And when you get up, swallow it. And then
just get into the habit.
And wait. Do not rush and say what they call scope. The name tell you this. If you have it in your cupboard, check the names at the back and tell me how many of them you can pronounce and you know what they mean.
Oh my God. I probably, most of them, I will not be able to pronounce.
That is
right?
true.
The label,
I can. And then we start looking at the bacteria. Exactly. For little rock salt, that's a good idea too. We're looking at the name at the back and we're saying, oh, it's good. You don't know what is in there. Look, Vanessa is telling us they put something they put in plastic and we are eating it.
In shampoo.
In shampoo.
Oh my gosh.
When
no way.
When I grew up, and most of you grew up, if your mother had flour in the cupboard, she had to sift it to get rid of the worms, little eating things. Nowadays, you can keep flour, rice, all those things in the cupboard for eternity. They never spoil. Don't you wonder what did they do to the wheat?
I know.
And we know that if the animals eat it, that is what we should eat.
I totally agree, because I bought a couple years ago, I bought a blueberry from Chile, and then it don't get 2 weeks later, they're still fine. So I'm just like, oh my gosh,
what is in it?
Why did blueberry? what
Take your
they spray, what's in
time
it? What
and
do they spray?
observe. Listen to your body. Go slow if what you do so you can get better results.
Yeah,
You know,
that's so true.
we have to learn to do that. Take a break. Pause.
Drink
Before
water.
you pick it up,
Drink
you're
water.
rushing in the supermarket. Before you pick up this kind of beans, see what is in it. And do I want
I'll
to
check
eat
it
that?
out. Definitely check it out.
You know, Vanessa said they put that thing in chickpeas. More. Why? In some culture in Dominica, they feed chickpeas to the animals, to a cow. But they don't, but it's naturally grown. Right? Whereas here, they take it and they do that. Even something happened this summer. If you guys have a garden, 4 or 5 years ago, you couldn't get impatiens, that plant. And they said they had a disease. All of a sudden this year, impatiens is out for sale. But so Vanessa, as a child, always would go in the garden and pop the little pouch that held the seeds. So she said, Mom, how come this impatient has no pouch? I've looked at the whole thing. An impatient needs a lot of water. Guess what?
Yeah.
The impatiens I bought this year, no little pouch, and they don't need water. Right now, they're still bright and they're just going. They're happy.
I wonder,
you know,
what's in it. I remember she told me that when I went to your summertime.
Yeah.
She showed me, right? Yeah. I wonder what's in it.
So they
What they
GMO
added.
it, so
my.
you'll never, but it's so you cannot get a seed. Whereas when my mom was visiting, she collected all these seeds from this plant. She took it to the estate and all over Jordan because it pops and it blows in the winds and it's fertile soil, so it was all over the place. No, you can't get it. So you have to buy it every year, and it will last. Most likely, that will last until winter because it's still bright and shiny. So Don said, I picked cherries and guavas last week, and they're still fresh in the fruit bowl on the table. Well, yeah, because you picked them right from the tree, and there's no drugs in them. So there you go.
It's not like my blueberry. My blueberries are different.
It's like the
throw it away.
McDonald's fries.
McDonald's fries, yes, like long-lasting. What is called life, right?
Yeah.
Shelf life.
So
and then Marina said
we have 1
Yes.
minute, Yuko. You have
Okay.
anything on that list that I didn't let you speak?
Before that, I want to read the comments because you guys, I like the engagement.
Oh,
the
yeah,
excitement too, right? And learning from you guys. Marina said the purpose of the food industry
Oh,
is
yeah.
to make huge profits for themselves and farmer. The food industry makes people sick on purpose.
Yeah, because if you're sick, you have to go for one drug, and then look at antibiotics. People think it's like dessert. I have a cousin. She believes antibiotics take care of her colds, and I said no, it doesn't. She said I want the doctor to give me 500, and I said to do what?
It's
Not 250. 250 is not strong enough to knock it out. Maybe just take care of yourself.
Yeah, drink water more, something, right? Eat right. That helps.
If you're not sure, pour some in the fridge and see if it gets hard. If not, it is fake. It's true. It is true. You have to know what it is. It's okay. Look at butter. Butter does not melt at all. The butter we buy in the supermarket does not melt. I grew up, you left butter on the counter and the butter would be soft. This one is like you cutting cheese or something. So
I wonder what's in it.
Soya. They put soy to extend it. So to get real butter, if it's sitting, by the time you get home, the package should be soft. So butter has soy, and now they prove that soy is not really good for human consumption either. It's to feed the cows. So there you go.
That's so deep, Tessa. That's so deep. Thank you so much for bringing up this topic.
Well, next
we can talk another 2 hours.
November is a big time. We're going to be sending invitations out.
Yes. So invitations with questions.
We're going
to send it out questions next week. So please do me a favor. Like when we send the questions, please do DM. Please answer questions. then those questions will really, really help us to improve and then reflect what we've done, and then help you guys to help us a lot too.
So what we're going to have a show, but we're going to send you questions
before
that you can answer, because we are doing this show and we do not go back and repeat them. We do not, every time we show up is live. So what we want is to interaction from you, just like you're doing. You know, this is something I learned from you guys and I'm still practicing it today. Maybe we haven't touched on that subject, but somebody's seen that. And then, you know, so we're just going to, we want to help you and help ourselves, because when we teach, we learn. When we teach, we remember. Maybe something we were practicing at the time we told you, maybe we're not doing it now, and perhaps we should go back to that.
Yes, I love that. It's more like questions, more likely surveys, right? Those yes.
It's like a survey. What have you learned from the Sunday Self-Care Show? And then how can you apply it, or have you used it? Give it to others. It's just a lot of interesting things. I think you're going to love it.
Yes, I create beautiful surveys and questions. So I'm the one use the Canva to make it just it's easy to see for you guys. Whatever it helps. So I will send you guys through DM, Instagram DM, or maybe email, but more likely DM. Because
I love Tessa and Yuko Morning Show. Thank you so much, Rosie. Now, Marina said, what is in food is a great topic to continue. Increase the movement of awareness. Can't wait to see the pics. That's true, Marina. We're going to do that, of the wedding. See you again soon.
Thank you, Dawn. Yes, I will.
Angelina, thank you to everybody there. Let me just say thanks to all of these wonderful people. My dear Danny, Angelina, Marina, Rosie, Colleen, Dawn, and my sister Dawn. Thank you, all of you wonderful people, for dropping by. And we apologize on behalf of Instagram. It took me, I had to go out and come back in because Instagram was terrible this morning. It kicked Yuko out 5 times. It was just
kicked out 5 times.
And Ezra had a horrible time with it. So thank you guys, and we'll see you in 2.5, 3 weeks, something like that. And I'll be on the morning breakfast tomorrow.
Yep, November 17th. Next is going to be the last one of this year.
The last one of the year. So that's why we need new information, so that we can go in the new year starting, well, what the regular new year. It's not our new year.
Survey.
So thank you. Take care. Love you guys.
I love you.
Love you, Yuko. Take care. Bye, Dawn. Everybody. Love you guys. See you.